What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Damianos, making his triumphant return because I've been MIA for a while here, people. And I mean MIA, MIA. Damn. When was the last time I recorded a video for y'all? It hasn't been since the Denzel Curry reaction. That was like end of May. Okay, so basically, here's the deal. The only reason I didn't record videos is because I had a Colombia trip the week after. So that week, I was basically the 7th, I had a pack. And then from the 8th to the 22nd of June, I was in Colombia for 2 weeks. And after that, I just got into a funk of not recording videos. I have been listening to music though, so that's the good thing about that. I'll give you my thoughts on all the albums that I missed throughout these past has it been two? Basically 3 months actually. These past 3 months, all of June, July, and August. It's the first day of September. Anyways, what I'm gonna talk about right now is one of the few albums, well, not one of the few, one of the albums that really got me excited, and one of my favorites is the new Brockhampton album, Ginger. My gosh, this was, for me, it may not be everybody's cup of tea because it may not be a traditional hip hop album, and to me, the group and the guys sound more like a boy band with hip hop elements than an actual rap group when they first came out. They although they themselves put themselves as the boy band aesthetic, I feel like they had more hip hop elements during the Saturation series, and even Iridescence to a certain extent. On this one, I feel like it has more of a mellower approach. Don't know if that's a word, but I'm still gonna continue. A more subtle approach, more. I feel like there are a lot of little intricacies within the production. It's like softer, more somber, melancholic production throughout the album. I feel like it's a more introspective album, more melodies than there is like rapping, so to say. And it starts off beautifully with the intro track No Halo, which features Deb Never. Ironically, I've never heard of her, but I will remember her now. And her House on the Wheels EP was pretty good. It came out this past Friday, and that was also really good. But her vocals and the hook were great. Matt's verse was great. Freaking Merlin sounding like Kid Cudi with all these hums. And then really good verses by Joba and Dom. It's a really, I want to say, like, scintillating opener to this album. Then we get tracks such as like Sugar features Ryan Beatty, whose vocals are also really good. He was also featured on one of the Saturation series. I think it was like Saturation 3 on Bleach. He sang the hook. I really like that track. All the teaser singles for the album are good. I mentioned No Halo already, which was the intro track. Boy Bye as a smooth, I would say like one of the more harder tracks on this album, because as I mentioned before, this really isn't like a hard album as like compared to their Saturation series and even a little bit in Iridescence. This is a way different, I want to say like mature Brockhampton. That's the way I see it. Boy Bye, Dom's verse was great, talking about mental health again and stuff like that. Matt's verse was funny. The hook is great. And then Bareface's hook is pretty cool. The video is pretty cool too if you're into music videos. The cinematography and like Kevin's part is pretty cool as well. And then, although not a lot of people were fond of the track, but I've Been Born Again really grew on me. Bareface's ASMR part is a laugh. And Joba's pitch vocals are, I think, a cool touch or a nice touch, while others think it's a little ruins the track for them. But for me, I don't mind it. And then Matt's entrance was dope. I feel like Merlin and Dom could have had longer verses, and maybe the track could have been better. But to me, I feel like it's grown on me pretty well. If You Pray Right, Dom's another. Dom and Joba's verses were great. What else? Very surprised that Slow Tie was featured on this album. Uh, if Heaven Sets You Free or Heaven Belongs to You. Yeah, his like basically 1 minute interlude. The only problem I have with that track is I wish it was longer, because that was a really dope verse. I just wish it was just longer. Saint Percy is another personal favorite of mine. The group favorite and popular opinion is Dearly Departed. Subject matter wise, that is like, wow, that is a heartfelt, deep song talking of, well, Dom's verse alludes to talking about Amir and that whole situation and how he felt about it. Man, drop the mic. Matt's verse was heartfelt. Kevin's verse was heartfelt. Joba's vocals, oh my gosh. For me, I feel like the first 8 to 9 tracks were decent. And I like the outro of Victor Roberts, but overall, I would say like the first 8 to 9 is sort of like tracks 10 and 11 sort of started it off for me. I forget, like, I think it was like tracks 10 and 11 that didn't sit well with me. It was just like, it had a very cinematic start. I think that's the word I'm looking for, because I really felt the vibe and I really felt the aesthetic on this and the sound they were going for. I feel like production wise and like what they were talking about, it's just the group felt more mature. And I really enjoyed what the guys did. So for me, I'm probably feeling an 8 on this album, to be honest with you. Probably like a cool 8. That's it for me, man. I know I've been long gone. I keep saying I'm gonna keep doing this, but I just gotta do it. I gotta like go for it. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. If you don't try, then nothing's gonna happen. So drop a like, get into the comment box, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, and I will basically inundate you with a bunch of reviews of albums that I listen to throughout the summer. That's it for me, man, and I'll see you when new music comes out. See ya.